Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Monday night. Well, Monday night for me. It's, technically afternoon, but if you're going by Greenwich Mean Time, it is now 7:30 in the evening. Hope you're all doing well. We're continuing our world tour today. We're heading from Innsbruck, as you can see. A beautiful evening here in Innsbruck, and we're flying down to Corfu in Greece. So this is leg 2 of our world tour, where we will be flying all the way around the world, ending up back where we started in Newcastle in England. So we're here on the apron. Let's hop on board and get the aircraft up and running. Alright, so power is on. First thing we're going to do is get the displays turned up. Do all 6 of them. Clear the faults. That's fine. We know stuff is in op. That's because we have nothing turned on yet. There we go. And panels are all looking good. We'll just turn them up slightly. I like them. With integrated lighting, I like it in the center. About there. Gives it a nice level that we can see. Alright, so cockpit preparation. Hello, Talia. How's things up north? So parking brake is set. Ground power is connected. External power is available and on. Batteries 1 and 2 are now coming online. When we start the adheres, there's 1, 2, and 3 alignments starting. And we'll come over and take a look at our load for today. So we have 162 passengers. We're not full. I think we take 168, but we're pretty close to full. 2.5 tons of baggage, and we're 6.9 tons of fuel. So we will get them ready to start going, and we will load the aircraft. There we go. They are starting to come on board. We come down over here, we'll get our flight plan. Now we're going to revise our departure time. We actually have a 2015 Zulu departure time, so 42 minutes. And if we take a look at the current weather, we'll just get an update. Winds are variable. They're using runway 26 here at Innsbruck. Visibility is fine. Few clouds at 3200, scattered at 4500. It's currently 10 degrees, so a little bit cool up here in the mountains. No significant weather in the forecast, and our QNH is 1026. So we'll come over here. We'll set that up now. There's 1026, and it is set in all of the things. And I'm going to put the dome light just a little bit brighter since it is nighttime here. So it's all set on both sides, and we'll set the standby to 1026 as well. There we go. It is now set. So back up to the overhead, the evac sign is set to captain and purser. We'll turn on, make sure all the signs in the back are on. Lights system 1, it's our nav lights, are on. Crew oxygen is now on. We can come down here, do our test. We'll do the jump seat first. That's good. My side, Roger can do his over on his side. Back up top, generators 1 and 2 are in fault. Engines are not running. Cabin heat is getting cool. We'll keep those in the center. Packs 1 and 2 are on fault as well. They're not running either. Come up and do our fire test. Unfortunately, I would pop out the screen so you can see what it displays, but the game capture mode I'm in, it doesn't show it, so there's no point. Anyway, there's the APU. There's engine number 1 and engine number 2 is all good. Emergency exit lights are armed. Icing indicator, standby compass lights are on. Cargo heat is set to 0. I think Oki's flying with us today. He'll be flying the 737-700. And he's down over there somewhere. I do have his livery loaded in, but I got a model matching error, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I have to do some testing on that to sort that out. Anyway, it's time to jump down to MCDU. First of all, we're going to run over to Rogers here. We're going to go into the ATSU menu and AOC. We're going to look and see if we've got any messages from the company. Yes, we do. We have our preliminary load sheet. Gives us what they anticipate our takeoff weights and our center of gravities and everything will be. We'll accept that. Hey, Oki, there you are. I was saying, I don't know if you heard, my model matching came up with an error. I put in the code into the VMR and I've got your livery, but it didn't work, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You can see we have 18 business class passengers, 144 economy class passengers, and for a total of 162. And there's our estimated center of gravities and our number of people in the 3 zones inside the aircraft. We'll come back to this in a minute. So we're going to go into the FMC. So we got a data update coming in 2 days, so but we're good. We're within the range, and that is all fine. We'll just clear those messages. We're going to go over to our initialization, and we're going to pull in the flight plan via satellite data link from our company dispatch office. Where is my flight plan? I need some of that information. There we go. Using runway 26, I have the RAT, which one is it? The RAT 1R departure. I'm going to see what he gives us. I don't know what ATC is going to say, so who knows? I'm not too worried about it at the moment. So our flight plan is now in. There's LOWI, that is Innsbruck down to LGKR, that is Corfu, and our alternate LGTS, I think that's Thessalonica. I'm not sure how you exactly pronounce that. We'll put in our flight plan. UKV 5556, call sign is Skyways. We're going up to our cost index of 25, and our cruise level today is flight level 290. Tropo is up at 39071. 071, so the jet stream is not going to be an issue. Oh, you got that from ATC. Hang on a second. Let me go through this and I'll see if I've got it in mind. We'll get this information. Our fuel is 6.9. Let's quickly pop over here. Our estimated zero fuel weight. Come back to page 1. Zero fuel weight 59.4. This will change once we get our final numbers of people and baggage on board. And our estimated center of gravity is 31.2. At least it lets the computer do some preliminary calculations for fuel and everything. And head back up here. We'll grab the wind. We'll do a wind request. We'll pull it off of the weather service, and that will give us our climbing and our descent winds. So that is all set. So let's go over to the flight plan. All right, so we're departing off of runway 26. Yeah, I don't have that one either. You said it was Bren 03H. Let me look at Navigraph. Departures. Bren 03.8 departure. Yeah, it's in Navigraph. Yeah, I don't have it in here either. I'd say you're unable. Tell them you're unable and ask for the RAT 1 Romeo. That's what I'm gonna plug in, and we'll insert that. For our arrival, winds are out of the west, and the runway 34 will be in use down at Corfu. Not a lot of advanced landings here, so we're going to be doing the VOR DME Zulu. There it is there for runway 34. And we're coming in on the Natsu 1 Juliet. There it is there. Or sorry, Natsu 1 Uniform. Where is it? Natsu 1 Uniform. I'll insert that in there. Programmed it in without the visual part. Yeah. I guess. Let me go back to it. Open chart list. Departures. Okay, let me see what I can do with that. So flight plan, we'll come back over here. We're going to change our SID to no SID. 3,200, 3,400 feet, that's fine. So our next waypoint after this will end up being, as we turn around, it'll be Rum. Insert that. After Rum will be Oscar Echo Juliet. These are VORs and localizers, and that's distance though. I want to enter that in. Because it would be a it's at 7,700 feet out, and then it'd be turning into Innsbruck. I guess once I hit Rum, I could fly the heading, and then when I pass 7,700 feet, make a right. Yeah. Maybe I'll just say unable as well. That seems a little bit better. So I'm going to return. I'm going to delete Rum. Come back over here to our departure. And we'll go back to the route 1 Romeo. Looking at the Route 1 Romeo, it's kind of the same. It just takes us further up the valley to clear. There's 258, 259, 131, 121. Yeah, it keeps us going up until we clear, and then they can loop around. Anyway, that's all in. The MCDU is more or less set up. We're waiting on loading to get our final numbers to do our takeoff information. We can give them a call. So let's just take a look at the ATIS information at Delta. Transition level not determined. Winds calm. Visibility more than 10 kilometers. Few clouds 3,200. Scattered 4,500. Temperature 10, dew point 8, QNH 1026. Information Delta. Okay.
At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins.
Call up the tower.
In front of you. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let us know.
1201.
If you the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit
approach
down in
of
your seats to allow
128.
other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row,
975.
please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required.
Go.
If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask
See our
that once
plan,
you
we're gonna
depart from the gate,
come
put
around
away
in the
any
valley.
laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Fly up the valley, and then we'd make the turn towards Reno. There we go, and then head.
Austrian 2 Victor
head down.
Charlie, request taxi.
From 2 Victor Charlie, taxiing point 26 via Bravo, QNH 1026.
Taxi to holding point 26 via Bravo and QNH 1026, Austrian 2 Victor Charlie.
Innsbruck Tower, good Nobben, Skyways 5556, Information Delta, looking for clearance to Corfu.
Skyways 556, Innsbruck Tower, good evening. Clearance Corfu, Breno 3 Hotel, departure out of 26, initially climb level 160, squawk 4674.
Can you repeat the SID again for me, please?
Of course, it's the Breno 3 Hotel.
I don't have that in my FMC data. Would it be possible to go off on the RTT1 Romeo?
Stand by.
Hello, Brian. How's everything? Nice, checking the
Austrian 9 Romeo to the gate, it's an Alpha.
Skyways 556, cleared by the Rattenberg 1 Romeo. Romeo Tango Tango 1 Romeo.
Roger, runway 26, the Rattenberg 1 Romeo, initial climb, flight level 160 and squawk 4674.
Skyways 556, correct. Break Austrian 9 Romeo Hotel, welcome to Innsbruck, to the apron via Alpha, service.
4674. Initial climb to flight level 160. Now, I don't know why some of these departures are not in
Austrian
the
2 Victor
system.
Charlie on holding point 26.
I mean, I could fly it, try to do it manually and intervene
Cleared for takeoff, back
for
off.
headings and distances,
Backtrack approved,
but
Austrian 2 Victor Charlie.
it's a little bit too much work, and he gave me the 1 Romeo, so we'll do that. Alright, let's take a look at our preliminary, or our flight plan, anyway. Alright, so here we are in Austria, Innsbruck in particular. We're parked here. We'll be taxiing down to runway 26 to depart. This is the runway we landed on. So we're going to be short little taxi, backtrack, turn around, and take off. And our departure is off of the Rat 1 Romeo. Rat 1 Romeo departure. Here it is here. So we're going to take off. We're going to make a left turn, staying in the valley, and then we're going to fly up the valley until we're clear of the hills, and then we'll be turning, and the first waypoint is down here. So we're going to kind of cut back. The one they're trying to give us actually comes in here and then cuts out earlier, but it's not in our system. Once we're en route, it's about an hour and a half of flying. We're going to come down out of Austria over northeastern Italy, down past Venice, along the coast of Italy, and then we're going to turn in towards Greece. Our arrival into Greece is on the Nosto Tango 1. So we're going to be coming in from Nosto, like this. We're going to come down, we're going to do an arc around, and we'll see if we can clean it up a little bit when we get closer, because the approach we're doing, again, is the VOR DME Zulu runway 34. And that means we're going to be flying here to KRK and then making the curve in, and in we go. So we're going to be tuning in the VORs, and might even put a fixed line out for this one.
Thank you for the information.
And once we're on the ground, it's a small airport. We're going to be landing, then taxiing in, and we'll be parking over at the terminal.
Good evening, Innsbruck Tower, KLM 903 Quebec with a Delta, requesting IFR clearance
So I'm going to go
Budapest.
back to the arrival.
KLM
So if we
993
go down
Quebec,
there
Innsbruck Tower,
off
good evening,
the
info Delta, correct, clearance Budapest, Ratzenberg,
GAR,
departure out of
VOR,
26, initially climb level 160,
and
squawk
put in
1000.
a heading of 343 and a fix. At least that will give us that center
We're
line
cleared to Budapest
coming off.
via
It should
the,
give us that anyway,
the arrival. Yeah,
based
I
on
actually
how
didn't
the
get
it keeps drawing center lines for runways now. So should
we
be
will
good.
fly 160 after departure, and then and then squawking will be 1000. KLM 903 Quebec.
Oh, hey, Brian, if I can provide you stress relief while stressing myself out, doesn't get much better than that.
Romeo Tango 1 Romeo departure for KLM 903 Quebec.
All right, so we have our clearance. Altimeters are set both sides and on the standby. Transponder is set 4674. PWS is on. GCS is on. Fuel is on board.
128-975, thanks for service, ciao.
Baggage is on board. And if we come back over here, take a quick look, see how we're doing on loading. This and packs run pretty close time frame wise. So we've got about 30 passengers left to go. So what we'll do is we'll come into our departure performance. We can do a little preliminary run with our preliminary data. So Innsbruck, runway 26, surface is dry. It is going to be a flaps 1F. We're not going to force a toga. Packs will be on. We'll use our preliminary information.
To Victor Charlie at 10,000
Weather
feet
information
landing,
is now in.
Flight level 160.
Austin 2 Victor
And
Charlie,
we'll do our
identified, climb level
calculations.
160.
Climb flight level 160.
So we have a
Austin
V1 of
to Victor
128, a VR of 140, a V2 of 140. Transition altitude doesn't go in here. Our trim settings, and we are flexing to 51 degrees. So going back to our thing, we're going to have a speed restriction of 160 knots initially, which if we look at our V2 speed is 140. So we're going to be flying right at the base of where they want, or the aircraft wants for climb out. And that's mainly due to the hills. We don't want to be going too fast because then our turning circle gets wider the faster we go. So we'll set 160 knots in there, and we'll hold that until we get around the corner here and we get back to this waypoint, WI 531, which is pretty much the other side of the airfield. It's over in that direction there. KLM, you are a little bit close. But you're not sitting on top of me, so that's fine. Alright, we got a second message. There's our updated preliminary load sheet. Accept that. Ah, it's British Airways sitting beside us here. Not sure where he's flying to. see him in Simbury for all. So as we finish boarding, we'll start getting everything else set up. So we are going to get the APU up and going, and then we'll pop outside and set up our push.
Austrian 2 Victor Charlie at flight level 160, request further climb and direct Kogol.
Austrian 2 Victor Charlie, left to Kogol is approved and
That's
further climb
okay
on
there.
Unicom 128.
I'm using the FSFTL for the liveries, because it didn't find it.
Approved and further
Didn't put it
climb
on.
on Unicom.
Yeah, I'll take a look again and
Austrian 2 Victor Charlie.
see if I can figure out why that didn't do it. I might have to reinstall it. Alright, so let's see where our push marker is. Well, that's way off. That's better. I can hear the APU kicking up. It's going to be about 58. And we will go to a final having of 260. So that would be 80 degrees? Yeah, something like that. There we go. So that's now all set. Just waiting on the final people to get on board. There we go. APU is up. APU is now available. APU bleeds are now on. I'll leave the external power until we're done. There we go. Last two coming on board now.
We're ready to go when you are.
And there we go. Oh, we are full flight today. Alright, so we're going to close off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and
That
welcome
door
aboard
is being
Flight
closed.
6556.
Everything is good.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
Chocks are
and 33
removed.
minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices
Again,
are now
APU is
shut down
available.
and
APU bleeds are on.
If you have
External
not
power is
already,
on. We're going to
please
turn
fasten
external
your
power
seatbelt and
off.
verify it is low
We're
and
going to go
tight
over to
across
the
lap.
APU.
The tray tables and seat backs must be in
Disconnect
the full
the
upright and locked
generator
position for departure. Flight attendants,
back
please
into
prepare
our
topics for
performance.
departure and cross-check.
Let's see if they've sent the final load sheet yet. They haven't, so we can force it. If we go to here again. And oh, correction, it was on the performance page. I thought. Anyway, doesn't matter. Sync the final load sheet. So there's our final information is in for our weights. We'll sync the weather once again. Redo the calculations. See if there's any changes. Doesn't look well. A slight change in the flex temp. So we're going to get this position so I can see, and we'll go into our performance. So we have a V1 of 128 knots, a rotation of 140 knots, and a V2 of 140 knots. TO shift is not being done, and we are down 0.2 on trim and flexing to 53 degrees. So that is now all entered in. Oh yeah, mass and balance page. Resend the load sheet. That's been done. We'll bring up the plan here. The one I'm going to want is our departure. So we will bring up the departure. I'll put that on the page. There we go. There's our final load sheet. We'll accept that. We can come back over here. Initialization. Second page, and we'll update these numbers. So our 59.5. We're off by 100 kilograms. And our center of gravity number is 31.2. 31.2, that's good. So we're all set there. And Roger's going to display that information. I am going to display my performance information.
And KLM 993 Quebec also ready for push and start.
That'll be him, so we'll let him get out of our way. So the external power is off.
Quebec, start and push approved, basic.
Takeoff data is all set. The FCU is set 160 knots
Start and
speed
push
and
approved,
flight level
facing
160
east
for
for
the
KLM
climb.
993 Quebec.
Flight directors are both on and radio frequencies are set, both tower and departure. So beacon light is going on. I think that's him. I don't know if that's KLM over there or not. Fuel pumps will all come on. And ignition mode selector. And engine start is next. Well, let's just see who's moving here. Oh, it's the TUI. So there's Oki over there. I was correct. Looks like this guy said he was ready to push. So we'll call the tug.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead, flight deck. We will be ready shortly. Understood.
Hey, Air Trooper. No, we're on the world tour. We're heading from Innsbruck, Austria, down to Corfu in Greece. Alright, so the tug is in place. Not moving. Oh, there he goes. So the runway's just over here. So it'll be out and a little bit of a back taxi, and then we'll be taking off. So departure is still up, but it looks like Adria Control or Adria Radar, those are the guys that do the Adriatic, are offline. They were online. Where? Oh, we might pick up Padova. Yeah, Padova Radar. They've come online. They're south of us. What's their frequency? One, 2, 7, 3, 7, 5. Really? You push straight back? Okay. Just wait for these guys now. Still don't see British Airways. Oh well. Maybe he's got the wrong code in.
Minus 624 behind the KLM 737, taxi in point 260 Bravo, QNH 1026.
We have a KLM taxi to runway 26 Bravo, here, engine 026, 624.
And KLM 903 Quebec is ready for taxiing. Sorry that I didn't face east, but there was something messed up with the program that I'm using for the pushback.
KLM 993 Quebec, no worries. Excellent point 26 Bravo.
Being good is overrated.
Line up inspector.
Air Trooper, I had some stutters around like some of the busy airports and the highly detailed scenery.
Taxi via Bravo, QNH 1026.
Noticed anything really
Quebec.
Outside of that. I'll keep an eye on it this flight to see if I see anything. There he goes. And Innsbruck Tower, Skyways 5556, ready for push and start.
Skyways 556. When the Marlet 737 has passed, start and push approved, face east.
Roger, after the Malab 737, start push approved, facing east of Skyways 5556. Oh really? I haven't seen any glitches with the weather, but I haven't
KLM 993 Quebec.
been into a lot of wind or anything yet.
Clear for takeoff, KLM 993 Quebec.
Everybody wave to Oki as he goes by. You gotta try to fix your livery. I'd like to be able to see you in it. Alright, you're clear.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Understood. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
Just get clear of the equipment. It's one of the first.
All ground equipment is clear. You can start the engines at your discretion.
Starting engine 2. It's the first airport I got way back when, just after the sim came out, and he's one of the first ones released.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this aircraft, please refer to the
Yeah, come on, Air Trooper. You're not relaxing yet. There's all the post-wedding stuff you gotta do.
To evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen
It'll probably be a
mask
month
will
or
drop in front of
so
you.
before you
Set the
actually
floor box,
settle
pull the
down.
mask towards you and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the strap to connect.
KLM 993 Quebec, contact radar 128975, servus.
Parking brake set.
Understood. Okay, the turbo is disconnected and the pin is out and the equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hands.
128 and 975 for KLM 903 Quebec.
Yeah, I had
thank you
a.
for your
If
service and have
you
a
watched
great
the
night.
stream from the weekend where I did the 6.5-hour cargo flight one,
Marlet 624, wind calm, runway 260, takeoff, backtrack approved.
there's a bunch of disconnects in that too. Very annoying to see those back.
Hold the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull
Alright, we're
firmly
starting
on the
engine
red
number
cord
1.
only when
Good start on engine number 2.
If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be
Alright,
in
there's the
airplane
bus
mode, and
kicking
your
over.
devices must be turned off and secured.
Hello, departure KLM 903 Quebec, passing 6,000 for 160.
And change frequencies.
KLM 903 Quebec, good evening, identified, climb level 160.
Or did you?
Climbing 160 for KLM
All
903
this
Quebec.
information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions.
Why am I picking him up?
Again, we hope you enjoy your flight.
I don't know, he must be monitoring both. Anyway, we're all up. Generators 1 and 2 are both on. Ignition mode selector to normal. Probe heat on auto. Wing and engine anti-ice not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on. Flaps 1 plus F. Trim 0.2 down is set. Flight controls full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. APU bleeds coming off, APU going off. FCP 160 managed and flight level 160 is set. Engine instruments are checked, everything looks good. Nose wheel steering is on. Dome light is off. Taxi light is on. Innsbruck Tower, Skyways 5556, ready for taxi.
Skyways 5556, exiting point 26 via Bravo, QNH 1026.
Holding point via Bravo for runway 26 and 1026 for the barrel, Skyways 5556. Brakes released. Don't think Oki is rolled yet. I know he's out probably turning around. I'm not seeing him up in the air. It is more complicated than the fly-by-wire. It's a complete aircraft. Oh yeah, he's turning around. I don't think you're going. Yeah, this is the holding point. All right, so.
We're prepared for takeoff.
Thank you. So transponder is on. TCAS is on. Tilt above. We're going to turn on terrain. Auto brakes are set to max. Spoilers are armed. TO config. It'll just be lights and then we can roll out. Air Trooper, we got to get together one day. We'll try to send me another message on the Discord. We'll try to come up with a time where I can talk to you directly and we'll talk it through and see what the problems are and see if we can resolve it. Because it's nice to fly an airplane that actually
is 624, contact radar
fully done.
13, question 128, 975, goodbye.
Radar 128, 975, Model 624, Dankeschön.
Skyways 5556, wind calm, runway 26, clear takeoff, backtrack approved.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26, backtrack approved, Skyways 5556. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get turned around. Turn off lights are on, strobes are on, and come on. Landing lights are on.
Minus 624, hello, identified, climb level 160. KLM 993, Quebec, Unicom 1228, goodbye.
1228, KLM 993, Quebec, have a nice evening.
Innsbruck Radar, schönen guten Abend. Musketeer 283 with you.
Musketeer 283, good evening. Information Echo, expect localizer DME east approach, descent level 150.
Echo on board, expecting the localizer DME east approach, descending 150 with Musketeer 283.
Innsbruck approach, Scandinavian 7905 with you 3840.
Scandinavian 7905 identified. Localizer
Alright,
DME
so here's
east approach,
the
runway 26.
turn around.
Localizer 66 7905.
Scandinavian 7905, you are very, very high. Turn left heading 090 vectors for descent, descent flight level 150.
Yeah, I know. It's,
090.
sometimes I just,
for me, I guess.
especially when it's dark in the
Scandinavian
cockpit,
7905, descent flight level 150.
I tend to be just off of it.
Alright, so right, no problem.
There we go.
Option 2 for Charlie on frequency. Musketeer 283, exact vectors to Romeo Tango Tango. Proceed
Right,
direct to
we are lined up.
Direct cruise expecting vectors to Ratzenberg.
Engines to 40%.
Mal F624, turn right direct to Breno.
Second direct to Breno with F64.
Clock is running. Brakes released. Manflex SRS enabled.
Innsbruck Radar, einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Die Austin 2 for Charlie, Flight level 217, descending 130 inbound, Ganser.
Austin 2 for Charlie, level up, level 170, Servus, expect localizer DME east approach,
100 knots.
vectors to Ratzenberg.
Flight level 170, expect east approach, hier Ratzenberg. Austin 2 for Charlie.
Austin 2 for Charlie, turn left heading 070.
Positive rate, gear up.
Left
Speed brakes.
070, Austin 2 for Charlie.
And that initial turn. Get us lined up. Nose down. Autopilot on.
Innsbruck Tower, Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf Golf, hello.
Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf Golf, Servus.
Mountain's close.
Delta
Imagine
Echo
doing this in the
Foxtrot
clouds.
Golf, Hotel Romeo 20, in parking position, VFR to Basel, Fluggast startup.
Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf
Cross climb.
Golf, startup approved, QNH 1026.
QNH 1026, startup approved, Delta Golf Golf.
Alright, there's our turn. Holding on 160 knots. There's the valley. Of course, there's the airport we just took off of. We're going to turn around here and then fly up the valley.
Skyways 5556, contact Innsbruck 128975, goodbye.
128-975, Skyways 5556,
Terrain
goodbye.
ahead. Pull up.
Innsbruck departure, Skyways
Terrain
5556
ahead.
with you.
Pull up.
5,000 climbing, flight level 160.
Skyways 5556, good evening, identified, climb level 160.
160 for Skyways
Terrain
5556.
ahead. Pull up.
Yeah, I know there's terrain ahead. I'm turning.
Radar, Lodi Austrian 913 Papa. Inbound Manit, flight level 300 and ready for descent.
Austin 913 Papa, Servus identified, info Echo,
You can see why we're at such a slow speed, trying to get around inside this valley.
Descent level 150.
Terrain ahead.
Flight Württemberg descending 150, Austrian 913 Papa.
Yeah, it's because of the mountains, but it's okay.
Proceed direct Ratzenberg.
Direct Ratzenberg.
It's expected. I'm assuming they'd silence this while takeoff and for real life.
QNH 1026 to reach at Ratzenberg.
Anna 5000 by Ratzenberg and QNH again.
QNH is 1026.
QNH 1026.
And we're holding 160 until we hit WI 531, which is 3.5 miles ahead now. You can see we've cleared through.
Innsbruck Tower, good evening again, Speedbird 93 Echo with you, is an A320.
Yeah, that was a good one.
1026, request IFR to Edinburgh.
I've heard them referred to as granite clouds.
Speedbird 903 Echo, servus, cleared to Edinburgh via Moxie
And once we pass WI 531, we can go to manage speed.
Good, Edinburgh, free hotel departure, initial climb flight was 60, squawking 4667, Speedbird 93 Echo.
Speedbird 903 Echo, just to confirm, it's the Moxie 3 hotel and initial climb is level 160.
Apologies, Mugdy 3 hotel and initial climb is flight level 160, Speedbird 93 Echo.
Speedbird 903 Echo, readback is correct.
Getting up to the tops there, but we still got higher tops over there.
Turn right, heading
So that's us
180
through. So we'll go back to manage speed.
Scandinavian 7905, turn right, heading 180.
180, 705.
Speed starting to come up, nose down slightly. Keeping the 10 mile. Well, we'll go to 20. Just so we can see the mountain tops.
2 for Charlie, what is your airspeed?
Definitely got higher
Current airspeed is
tops on the south side.
Mach 593.
The MSA
What is your
over
indicated
south
airspeed,
of this
sir?
pass is 14,200. And it's 11,600 over on this side.
375.
The north side.
Austin 2 for Charlie, reduce
Through S
speed
speed.
250 knots.
Climb's coming up.
Reducing 250 knots of the sorry.
There's 10,000 feet. Turn off lights and come off. Turn off the landing lights.
Scandinavian 7905, turn right, heading 300.
Now past 10,000 feet.
300.
Join your larger affordable
705. 7905.
It is also a reminder
And Scandinavian 7905.
Yeah, don't want to be hitting mountains.
Flight level
That's not
120.
good. Standard pressure.
7905.
Both sides and on the standby. Starting to accelerate. Still flying up the mountain pass. We're going to make this turn here. Unless he gives us a direct 2, but we still got hills over here, so we're still climbing. We're not through the minimum safe altitude yet.
Skyway 5556, turn left, I confirm left, direct to Breno.
Left turn for Breno, Skyways 5556. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going
Austin 2 for Charlie, descend flight level 130.
to head
Descending 130,
north.
Austin 2 for Charlie.
Now this is, he's given us a direct left or a left turn,
Austin 913
even though
Papa,
right is shorter
250
because of the mountains.
So
he's basically doing a circle and climb as we come around.
Market 283, after Rattenberg, cleared localizer DME East approach, runway 26.
After Rattenberg, cleared localizer DME East approach, runway
26.
26, I think we must clear 283.
So we'll go 270 now.
Scandinavian 7905, descend altitude 10,000 feet, the QNH is 1026.
10,000, 1026, 7905.
And Scandinavian 7905, keep speed 270 knots, indicated or more.
Oh yeah, you always got to watch it. I've had it kick off a couple times. It'll do it due to turbulence in the air too. So sometimes you get a bump and it'll kick off on you.
Speedbird 93 Echo, request push and start.
Yeah, he did repeat left turn.
3 Echo, check your squawk and push and start at approved, facing east.
Yeah, squawk and face east, speed landing check.
Just keep that coming around a bit more. See it's bumping around here in the turbulence. That's why I've got the
Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf request taxi.
let's try again. Okay, what
Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf.
What happened?
Taxi holding point runway 26.
So there's Breno.
Taxiing to holding point.
So direct Breno.
Bravo, runway 26.
There we go.
Golf.
And Delta Golf, use caution, the British Airways Airbus A320 is pushing back.
And we're now at our flight level. Beautiful moon tonight. There's,
Roger. Delta Golf.
there's the mountains. There's the valley.
Scandinavian 7905, descent 9,500 feet.
You can see where we are. We're going to cut across here and go straight down over the valley. There's the airport.
Option 913 Papa, descent 10,000 feet, QNH 1026.
See it right off the nose there.
10,026, Option 913 Papa.
Beacon on one of the aircraft down there.
Scandinavian 7905, turn left direct to Romeo Tango Tango.
Direct Romeo Tango Tango.
Skyways 5556, contact Padova radar 127375, goodbye.
127375, Skyways 5556, good day. 127.
Austin 2 for Charlie, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Austin 2 for Charlie.
Yankee, with you on the apron, Boeing 757-200. Requesting light path into Edinburgh, please.
Contract
Padova or Padova?
Ciao.
Padova radar.
Edit.
Padova radar, Skyways 5556 with you, flight level 160.
Skyways 5556, Padova, ciao. Continue climb level 290.
Flight level 290, Skyways 5556.
Easy 0116, wind calm, runway 04 right.
There we go, get out of this turbulence.
For takeoff for resident.
YouTube chat misbehaving, really?
001, traffico ora in partenza, 04 destra, virata destra, dopo il decollo, Airbus 320.
Alright.
Copiato il traffico del
Hopefully shortly we'll be out of the turbulence. We'll hold the a little bit of glow. I don't know if it's coming across.
16 Echo Sierra,
glow from the sunset.
Zulu, runway 05. When ready, descend level 200.
I find air trooper for taxiing. If you turn on the push the button and turn on the tiller, it is easier to taxi on the ground if you're using rudder pedals. I think you're using a stick, right, though? Yeah, it might be a little bit easier as well on the stick. Well, it's nice to see I'm not getting blurred numbers anymore on my screens. I haven't updated my graphics drivers, so I wonder if it's doing it in the 3.7. I guess we'll find out on Friday.
Ryanair 1047 Padova, ciao, identify.
If anyone is interested,
confirm to Alpha Delta. Do you have any
we are transferring some of our 737-800s from Fly 2 over to cargo operations. And we've got a couple we have to fly down over the next 2 weeks, so it'll be this Tuesday and next Tuesday. I'm going to do it in the evening my time, so for you European guys it's going to be like 1 or 2 in the morning, but probably at 7:30 Eastern. It's currently 23:30 Zulu. I'll be doing they're short hops. It's like 45 minutes, 50-minute flight time in England, and we're flying them from Kempel, which I think is out near Bristol, down to Gatwick to the Boeing conversion hub. So if you want to fly along, I'll be doing that tomorrow night and the week after. And then for the last 2 Tuesdays in October, once they've been converted, we'll be flying them up, very short flights. We'll be flying them up from Gatwick to Stansted for positioning. And then November 1st, they come online. And we'll be having cargo operations in the 737, which should be a lot of fun. It opens up some more routing for us. And you don't have to deal with the passengers. That's always nice.
Contract to Alpha Delta, cleared almost.
I'm going to leave the seatbelt signs on. We're over the mountains, so it's bumpy. Once we get down over the coast of Italy, further south past Venice.
Here to Amlon 1 Echo, expect I left Zulu runway 31 for contract to Alpha Delta.
So we don't need this chart anymore. I'm going to go back and pull up the route so we can see where we are. There we go.
Hello, Academy 001, traffic in vista over the track.
Still got all the mountains here.
Academy 001, grazie.
I suspect flying over the Alps, you're going to have turbulence all the way up.
Academy 00, avete lasciato IR di Venezia, potete continuare come da piano, riportate lasciando Caorle.
Riporteremo lasciando Caorle, Academy 001.
And for those wondering about VATSim and flying with VATSim, I mean, what you're hearing now is one of the reasons I love it. We're here flying over northern Italy. We're listening to Italian on the radio. Technically it should be English,
9571,
that's fine.
confirm final level 3.
But even when you're talking to them, you get the accents. It just adds the realism to it.
For now, we will let remain flight level 300, Olympic 9571.
Roger, Shanex 7 uniform, contact Roma 124 decimal.
So I don't know how you guys are doing weather-wise, but
124 decimal.
I think we're getting down to the 4s and 5 degrees Celsius in the evenings.
Radar, buonasera, speed
553
Charlie.
Silver 553 Charlie, Padova, ciao.
You're not in Alicante, are you? I didn't think that was an earthquake area. I know further, you know, I think Italy and stuff like that is, but I didn't know Spain. Yeah, but you're further north than I am, Brian. You're gonna get those freezing temperatures. I think generally about 2 weeks before we see them, you start hitting them. And you've always been colder up there. Hey, Jayhawk, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Air Trooper, you do get them? Oh, wow. we've had the odd one here, very low, and I only remember feeling one that I think I was sleeping, and I kind of woke up and I heard like the after little bit after
Highway
it hit.
5556, proceed direct Ancona, Alpha November Charlie.
Let's see if we can find it. Direct to Alpha November Charlie, Skyways 5556. That's going to cut a little bit off.
Contract to Alpha Delta, proceed direct Ambulon.
Very nice of them.
Direct Ambulon, contract to Alpha Delta.
Keep it 0116, climb.
The only earthquake I really know I felt, I was in Tokyo, and
3704
it was about 3, this was back in 2007, it was about 3 in the morning,
0116,
and I woke up and I could hear it going, and then it stopped. And then on the news the next morning, they said there was a 7.3, 7.4, about 600 miles to the north, and I could just feel it. It was interesting. Not a lot of shaking, but it definitely heard it when I woke up.
Direct PDAD for easy 0116.
So we're heading directly. We're gonna go. Looks like we're gonna be flying pretty close to Venice.
16 Echo Sierra, continue descent level 170, contact Roma 124.
See if we see it. We got a Ryanair flying beside us. That's the guy on the T-Class.
Descent 170, contact Roma 124.2, grazie mille, buona
He's
serata.
heading down to Forlì. Not sure where that is. Yeah, it did. Like literally, it's I guess the very low vibration, but more the sound, woke me up, and then I just lay there hearing it, and I went, "That's an earthquake." And it lasted 7 or 8 seconds, and then it stopped, and I didn't feel any aftershocks that night. But it was the next morning looking at the news, and it was like I said, about 650 miles to the north of us.
Sì, tra un miglio.
001 copiato, autorizzati il GTR di Venezia.
There he is.
Lo scope sempre 5432.
Looks like he's going to kind of cross behind us.
Riportate Lido in pista, la pista è molto visibile.
5434 del trasponder autorizzata al CTR di Venezia in attesa.
Oh yeah, I've been in all the natural disasters. I haven't been in a tsunami, but I've been in had the earthquake, I've been in a hurricane, and a couple times I've been in places with tornadoes coming down.
Affermativo per Academy 001 full stop, riportare il finale 22 Academy 001.
Ryanair 1047, descent level 300, stand by for the arrival, call you back shortly.
Take a look at what's going on down at our destination. We have 5 aircraft getting ready to go at some point, and 4 on the arrivals. Well, me and Noki being 2 of them. We got one coming in from Dusseldorf, I think, and another one coming from somewhere in Greece.
Monitor Unicorn 122.8. Ciao.
It's not too bad. Looks like they're serving the meals in the back.
Ryanair 1047, clear the G-Book 3 Romeo arrival, expect ILS runway 12.
This being the main
Here's the ILS. I can request ILS.
the main line airline. We actually serve meals in the back. This is close to what I'll be having tonight. Some nice pork all lined up, ready to go after the flight. Still going to be in his control zone for a little while. Yeah, no inflation. Yeah, well, true. Just booked another trip for November, so we'll be heading away again briefly. Only for a week, just getting away with to the south, somewhere a little bit warmer in November. Just have a little bit of fun. All right, let's while we're here, let's go to the RADDAV page. I'm gonna pull up the VORs we need. Alright, so the entry point to the VOR DME we'll put on number 1. That's 114.7.
1047, apologies. Continue directed Innsbruck, descend level
it's not that
110.
one. It'll be when we get there. We're going to be heading off of that on a heading of 256 degrees. The other one is going to be 108.8, and that is the line that we're going to be flying inbound to the runway. Yeah, well, you're so close, though. That's the thing, eh? I've got to book the flight tonight. I booked the hotel before the stream. It's down into the States, so... See, 343 will be the heading there.
Alpha Delta, continue descend level 100.
Descend by level 100, contact Alpha Delta.
Halifax in November. Oh, that should be interesting. Alright, so that's all lined up and in. So I'm going to go into our fixes and see if I can do this. It is LGKR and I want runway 34. And it's going to be the
RNR 1047. If you need extra track miles, let me know.
Not the 343 radial, I want the reciprocal.
Yeah, we would like some extra miles, but maybe up to...
Let's get my calculator. 343 minus 180 is 163. So we're going to put a radial of 163 on it. So that should give us, if we go to plan mode, Yeah, see there's, so you just zoom in so you can see. So there's the airport and the runway, and then we did the radial off it. So that's, you can see that's giving us the extended radial. If we'd done the runway heading, it would have gone off that direction. But by doing it this way, it gives us that extended radial. So that's our centerline reference.
Contact to Alpha Delta, transition level.
Oh yeah, travel for work.
Transition level 70, contact.
Yeah, well this will be my fourth trip this year, so really enjoying that.
9571, not further ATC.
So we're going to be coming around. We'll probably do a vector around and then come in
thank you very much for share. Have a good night.
Pick it up.
Academy 001, finale 2 strade inizializzato.
Hello.
Academy 001, vento calmo, pista 2-3 libera, atterraggio discrezione, riportaggio.
Take a look at these other, there's a whole bunch of these Natsus.
Sono solo 2-3, riporteremo pista libera, Academy 001.
Is there any that are better? I'll kind of go all over the place.
Channel 1047, continue descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Goes there.
6,000 feet, QNH 1018 for
Trying to see if there's a better one off of Natsu. Using the Romeo one.
Contact to Alpha Delta, further descent after Amlon.
Oh.
Further descent after Amlon, contact to Alpha Delta.
That's not a bad one. That's Tango. Depends which VOR approach you're doing. VOR Zulu, it's once the one we want. It's the runway centerline, Brian. Yeah, it's good to be able to travel again. So it's nice to have that option back. It's much nicer now that the silly restrictions have been lifted. Let's fire that back over. So it gives me a reference point. Because it is a VOR approach, I want that additional reference on the screen. Alright, going for the hot dog. There's the Italian coast. We're over the Adriatic right now. It's Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Montenegro, further south.
Contact to Alpha Delta, continue descend 6,000 feet.
You can see we're heading to Ancona, and then we're going to make a little bit of a left. And head further out.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1018, contact to Alpha Delta.
Yeah, we can, well, go take a look at it. There it is there. You can see it shoots off the end of the runway, on the runway heading. I don't know the hot dog song. I've heard of the Arrogant Worms.
This is 0116, now further ATC, Unicom 128, ciao. Honeycomb for Indy 0116, grazie mille.
The Oscar Mayer, yeah. The Oscar Mayer one I know.
Padova, speed 503 Charlie. Request descent flight level 300, cause headwind, strong headwind.
553 Charlie, roger, descent level 300.
Where are we headed to? We're heading right to that point there.
300, thank you so much.
Carry on down, so we cut this little bit off. I mean, some people put a 25-mile ring around the airport, so it's the MSA. So you know, like the MSA for Corfu.
Contact to Alpha Delta, continue descent via star 3000, clear the left to runway 31, report stop.
Well, 4,500 feet over the sea and 8,200 over land.
Continue descent to 3,000 feet.
So if you put the ring in there, you at least know what your minimums are supposed to be. Then others put like 120 mile, or what is it? Drop the zeros, times it by 3, and then add 10. So if you took 29,000 feet, drop the zeros, 29, times it by 3, that's 87. Add 10, 97. So if you do a ring around it at 97 miles, that's a rough top of descent.
Ryanair 1047, continue descent altitude 3,500 feet, clear the left runway 12, report established.
Clear to ILS 12, report established.
All kinds of things you can do with it.
Malev 624,
So,
no further ATC, Unicorn 1228, bye-bye.
Here's the missed approach. Turn right, maximum 185 knots onto track 159, then intercept radial 114 GAR to distance 18 GAR, then right turn, intercept and follow 20 DME arc GAR. When passing radial 182 GAR, turn left, intercept radial 226 KRK. At 21 miles KRK, turn right, intercept and follow 23 DME arc KRK. When passing radial 251 KRK, turn right, intercept radial 256 KRK, inbound VDEX and hold. Climb to 4,000 feet. I mean, really? I mean, there's a diagram of it, but holy cow. Yeah, I would hope that's programmed in here. Descent, down, there's the runway. Yeah, there's all the waypoints there for the missed approach. Wow. No, we're not going around. You and that hot dog. Oh, kick me to Unicom. So we can head off to the galley. Yeah, well, there's not much choice. I mean, the VOR approach is pretty simple. I'm gonna basically let the system do it, and then it'll be a visual. Really, it'll be a visual once we're coming in and lining up.
Speedbird 553 Charlie, not further ATC, Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
Unicom 1228, bye bye, 553 Charlie, grazie, buona serata.
Ciao, buona serata.
Milano, good evening, Team 651, Foxtrot, radio check 127.375.
So we're almost there.
What's the call sign again?
And that's the...
Dream Team 651, Foxtrot.
I think the end of it is...
Team 651 Foxtrot, Padova, 5x5.
So we should get kicked out
Padova
any
radar,
minute
Papa
now.
2 Alpha Delta is established on ILS for runway 31.
Contract 2 Alpha Delta, runway 31.
Yeah, it probably is,
clear
but
to land the wind.
I don't intend on going around. I mean, the
Clear to
weather...
land on runway 31.
Grab the current MEDAR.
Alpha Delta.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Ryanair 5, Lima Foxtrot, Milano, ciao, identified. Descent level 330.
That's not the radar, Ryanair 1047.
There we go.
Ryanair 1047, runway 12, clear to land, wind calma.
Clear to land, runway 12 for Ryanair 1047.
Ryanair 5 Lima Foxtrot, descent level 290.
Level 290.
And Ryanair 5 Lima Foxtrot, you can plan the arrival at your discretion if you wish.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You cannot get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you second your
Get back to Ryanair 5.
Nice evening flight. Put up tunes in. Head over radar Skyways 5556, requesting the cockpit for 10 minutes.
Skyways 5556, you're about to leave my airspace, Unicom 1228, ciao.
12284 Skyways 5556, thanks for the ATC, good night. Alright, so I'm going to go out for a few minutes, I'll leave you with some music, and I'll give you a nice view out the front window as we cruise along here.
to listen without limits, from your couch to the open road. Spotify Premium lets you download and play all the songs you love offline, and with unlimited skips and ad-free music listening, you're always in control. To upgrade your experience, get 1 month of premium free. Tap the banner to learn more.
I had loved the Kansas City Police Department, but I didn't believe it was salvageable.
If you've heard calls recently to defund the police, you'll want to hear what happened when Camden, New Jersey dissolved the city's police force.
It was, look, you've got an opportunity here to be co-authors of a new policing paradigm.
On the Journal, we look at cities like Camden and all the ways protests could turn into policy. Tap now to listen to the Journal for free on Spotify.
You deserve to listen without limits, from your couch to the open road. Spotify Premium lets you download and play all the songs you love offline, and with unlimited skips and ad-free music listening, you're always in control. To upgrade your experience, get 1 month of premium free. Tap the banner to learn more.
top of the descent, so let's start taking a look at what we got here. So, weather was updated, still very nice. Winds are calm, well, variable, kind of 2 to 3 knots. No clouds, 20 degrees, QNH 1011. Dial that into standby. And no significant weather, which is good. Now, pull up the Navigraph here. So we're currently over here near Trani, Italy, flying down the backside on the coast, as you can see out the front window. And we're going to cut across the channel here into Corfu. Now we're coming in the Nosto arrival. So we are kind of zoomed out here, but this is where we're going to come in. We're going to fly down here and then come in towards the KRK VOR. And as you can see here, it says it's the initial approach fix for the VOR Zulu. So that's where we're headed. Now once we're there, we're basically going to swing around and then we're going to come back in from there to intercept that approach line, and we're going to make our arrival down. 2,900 feet will be our descent altitude, so that's where we're going to be heading for. Now our straight-in landing is going to be a CDFA. Don't ask me what it means, I don't know. Well, Air Trooper, he got out of Innsbruck before me, so that's fine. So we need 5,000 meters of visibility. We got it. That's not an issue. It's clear skies. Airport elevation, as you can see, is 5 feet. So by setting 2,000 feet, that means we're going to be 1,955 feet above the ground. That is our minimum. So it's got a very high minimum here. We'll set that in. We can come down here to our approach phase. We take a look at our arrival performance. So runway we're using is runway 34. Sorry, it's going to be dry. We'll get the current weather and apply it. Our landing weight. We got a full flight tonight. Our landing weight is going to be 62,529. 625. We're going to go medium auto brakes. Reverse is not going to be that much difference. Flaps full, manual landing, auto throttle on. You can see how much space we're going to need. I don't know why it's got the wind. That is the winds, because it's not. We don't have a tailwind. Shouldn't anyway. I mean, 35 minutes ago it was reading nothing. That's calling rain? Wow, that's completely different from what I'm seeing. Anyway, we've got enough room. Not worried about that. If we get there and it's clouded in with thunderstorms and rain, obviously we'll know that we were a little bit wrong. And we have to readjust. Yeah, we'll leave that up. That's fine. So back over here. QNH 1011. Temperature is 20 degrees. Winds are, we'll call it 340 and 3 variable.
No matter how big or small your business is, making your
And
own
the barrel
ad on
will be
Spotify Ad Studio is as easy
2,000.
as 1, 2, 3.
And it's going to be a full
Let
flap
us know
landing.
what you want your ad to say and pick out
Clean
your
speed of
music.
219
We'll
and
produce it at
VLS
no extra cost.
131 with an
Reach
approach
Spotify
speed
listeners
of
based on their interests,
136.
demographics, music tastes, and more. 3. Set your budget, set your dates, and you're done. Try it today at adstudio.spotify.com.
So we're 80 miles from the top of descent. Coming down here over the heel of the boot of Italy. I just realized I just left my chart on the whole time. Too many screens to be looking at. Oki just left the heel. He's out over the water. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I just noticed that when I looked over at my other screen that shows my streaming stuff. It doesn't appear on my main screen. So currently there's only one aircraft getting ready to depart. It's heading to Hamburg. And then there's the two of us inbound. No other traffic in the area. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. There is a issue with toolbar pushback, which there's a conflict with the Phoenix, and it can cause problems, control issues. So you might want to try uninstalling it and see how it works. I'm not using toolbar pushback anymore. I'm using pushback express. Yeah, once you get the aircraft comfortable and you're doing okay in it, you can go to some of the less busy airports, the smaller ones. You know, you don't want to jump into New York in the middle of the day, or Heathrow or LAX or something like that, unless you've done it before. Somewhere small, you know, with not too many aircraft around. I had it working, although I had the odd twitch, and I didn't know if it was something else or that. But they did a nice update to Pushback Express, and I already had it, so I just went back to using it. I miss the precision of being able to place where you want the aircraft, which was really handy when you're on those multi-line aprons, and they'd say, can you push to the yellow, push to the orange, or whatever, and you go, yeah, no problem. I can just put the airplane right there. A little bit harder in Pushback Express, where it seems to be just a straight push and turn. So you got to remember, we're only at 29,000 feet, so our top of descent is going to be a little bit closer than it normally would be. And Air Trooper, both myself and Gavin have videos on how to rechart different ATC positions, what they sound like when they're talking, so you can kind of hear and get some hits. The other great thing to do is go in observer mode. Go into an airport that has some traffic in observer mode. They can't see you, but you can see them and hear them and just sit and watch and listen. And it's all about flows of information. There's a standard format. Well, that's half of the flight's been nice and calm since we got out of the mountains. There's the moon. It's supposed to work with the Phoenix. I mean, it's one of the aircraft they used when they were developing it, so apparently it does work. I don't have it. Few issues. I used to use it with FSX and the ones before that. What was it? FS09? God. Yeah, 09, 08, FS8, whatever the one was. They used it with that. And FSX. I just find some of the way they do it is still the way they did it 10 years ago. That weird app, that Throttle thing they've got. I mean, that's technology from the 90s. And I saw a review where basically all they did was upgrade their existing one for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Of course, improve the look of the models and stuff, but underneath it's kind of the same. I kind of wish they'd done a complete rebuild of it from scratch. Alright, looks like we're cross-feeding fuel. Where I can read these. There's fuel. Yeah, so we're pumping the fuel from the outer tanks into the inner tanks now. That's what the outer tank fuel crossfeed is. You can see our fuel temperatures. Not too bad. I don't use FS Realistic, so I can't help you with that one. Anyway, we're going to dial in. Again, we want to have that platform altitude of 2,900 feet. So get that dialed in. I don't know where I'm going. There we go. 2,900 feet is set. We got 0100 in the standby. So we're good for that. The Greek coast and the islands coming up. Corfu is sitting on an island off the Greek mainland. Nope, he should be down. Yeah, he's down to about 10,000 feet. So basically we're going to come out, fly out of here, and then we're going to be making a turn and then coming in. So your top of descent in 6 miles, 5 miles. But I do like it gives the time at 21:35 instead of 21:34 now, so in less than a minute we'll be there. Corfu area traffic, Skyways 5556, leaving flight level 290 for the VOR Zulu approach runway 34 Corfu. Alright, let's head down. That was my mouse.
customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Custom forms are being handed out. Starting to bag everything and clean up the cabin for arrival. There's 25,000. We'll put the seatbelt signs on. So for descent, arrival and weather data has been inputted. Sure, the RNAV data matches the arrival information.
The seatbelt sign is now on.
It will. MCDU approach page is complete. That's where we came in here and entered in all this information. Radios are set. We're on Unicom 122-8. Engine and anti-ice not required. FCP is set. Altimeters. Well, we're going below transition anyway, so we can set it in here. So it's going to be 1011. There we go. Is set. Approach, we briefed auto brakes. We're going to be on medium auto brakes as we discussed. And I do like the Phoenix I fly here and the Phoenix I fly if I'm doing like the Metro Air flights. In the Metro Air in North America, the cockpit layout's different because they have different instrumentation options. I'm going to turn on the VORs. There we go. There's both VORs on now. And they change depending on who you're flying and what you're flying, which is pretty cool. Anyway, time to turn off the radio. As we're descending down 20,000 feet, we'll darken the cockpit. Coming here, we can now put up our arrival charts. The arrival chart, and we're coming in at Nosto. We'll fly around, and then we're going to be going over to the VOR there. So it's all looking good. Speed is starting to slow. I don't know why we're not descending. No, it wants us to slow down. Do a little speed brake stuff. Yeah, Brian just caught that. Profile went high because the aircraft slowed down to reduce speed. Alright, so we're going to turn off the dome light now. Full out on the speed brakes. Get back down on the profile. There's the missed approach just went in. You can see all those arcs and straight legs and everything. So it says we should get back up profile when we're about there. Just finally get the speed brakes out for the descent. I'm going to leave him on 40. I'm going to go over to 20. Put our constraints on. See, again, there's that. Come out, you do an arc over to this point, fly down here, do an arc to this point, fly straight to here, do an arc out to this point, turn to the holding pattern. So I watched Gavin's video tip on landing and keeping it straight, so we'll see how that goes. So the latest weather update I just got are winds are nothing right now, so it should be a decent arrival. Okay, you can let us know how it's going. Good. Is our path coming up? There's the island. The airport's over here behind the pillar. That's Oki's lights flashing down there. There we are. We're back on the path, so we'll put the ground spoilers in. We'll watch that speed though. Yeah, I mean, there's one other thing I just play when I'm doing other stuff, but most of my stuff, I was shocked when I looked at the number of hours I've got in it. It's almost 2,800 hours of flying since I got it, which is pretty amazing. I know people have done more, but I find that pretty cool. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Dig the cabin, get all the lights on and the
flight crew has turned off the
taxi light.
Sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when needed.
No, I turned the seatbelt sign on. I just dinged you to let you know. But I don't have a call button that works.
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
There's Oki. See his light flashing there.
Please also store any carry-on items.
And the airport, I believe, is right there. Yep, there's the runway. Right on the, oh, looks like there's a causeway or a bridge that connects the two. That's cool. So we'll bring that right down to 10 miles, 8,000 feet. It's taking us out and then bringing us back, which is why we went a little extra bit to go. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. As soon as we make the turnaround, we'll go into approach mode. And we'll activate approach phase. Probably go into approach mode now. So final armed approach nav. Speed is slowly coming down. Speed brake is armed. It's 5,400. Winds are 080 at 11. Should decrease to almost nothing when we get down. Alright, here's KRK. We're going to make the turn, head back. Still descending. Entering the right turn. Final approach. It's the bottom tip of the island. So we're coming around. Oh, look at that moon. That's awesome. All right. Heading in. Where's that vertical deviation? There we go, it's starting to come down. And flaps 1, speed checked. Turn. It's 200 knots. Flaps 2. Gear down. Use the drag to start us landing. Yeah, my 4K screen, that was a brilliant orange. There's the runway. You know, it's going to be a right turn off. Speed coming back. So, approach coaster frequency to check flaps or extending speed brake is armed. And medium brakes are set. We're on the path. That is all good. Flaps 3.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Landing. And flaps full. Gear down, 3 green, lights are on. Auto brakes set, ground spoilers, armed, cabin notified, landing memo, no blue. Slight crab going with this wind. Hopefully it dies down. There wasn't supposed to be any wind. Yeah, let us know how it goes, and like I said, if you're still having problems after you try that, we'll chat and see if we can figure some stuff out.
1,000.
1,000 to go. A lot of room here. I have control. Yeah, winds have died right down. A little high.
$100. 40, 30, 20, retard.
They're down nice and firm on the center line. Reversers are on. Reversers maximum. 80 knots, 70 knots. Reversers off. Auto brakes off. Yeah, it was a nice landing. Turn off coming up. Didn't make any radio calls. Bad DFD. Is that it there? I don't know. Default runways. Can't see. We'll let's come up here and park. I'll have to get off at the next one. Anyway, flaps up. Speed brakes disengaged. Yeah, no, I'll check the landing rate in a second once we're parked. Oh, got another aircraft, Ryanair. Like I said, I didn't see an exit. Should be one right here. Yeah, there's the curve in the line. Default scenery, not well illuminated. Corfu area traffic, skyways 5556 clear, runway 34. Let's get back inside. Turn off some of these lights. And while we're here, let's get the tiller in. And we'll park right beside Oki. We'll leave the lights on because we can't see anything here. Looks like we got a truck or something there. Run over the person. Fuel right in the center. But here we are on stop 2 on our world tour. Well, brakes are set. You can turn off that, turn that on. Give us a little bit of light. We'll get the ground equipment connected. Chocks and external power. External power is now engaged. Engine's coming off. Beacon light is off. Seat belts and no smoking is off. Ground equipment is attached. Fuel pumps will all come off. And the flight directors will come off as well. We can deboard. There we go. You can hear them all getting off in the back of the plane. Thank you very much for flying with us today. We'll be back next week as we continue our world tour and we fly out of Corfu. And we will be back again Wednesday on schedule. It's leg 1 of our Scotland tour, flying old vintage Beech 18 twin engine radial prop aircraft as we tour Scotland. And like I said, tomorrow night, probably sometime around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be doing a little ferry flight for the virtual airline. So thanks for coming along. And just before we go, 437 feet per minute on the landing. So not too bad. Take care, everybody.